Chloe, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
The last time we saw each other was in Portugal. We were on the pitch. I'd managed to blag myself down there at the Jersey Avelade down there after you'd just won the Champions League. So has that sunk in yet? Talk to me about that and what an amazing moment that was for you.
Yeah, incredible moment. So special to win the Champions League. I think one that will stick with me forever in my memory, my family being in the stadium, and to win it with Arsenal, even more special.
And speaking of Arsenal, you've done my job for me. The news of the day, obviously, you'll have known a while back, but confirmed that you are now officially a permanent Arsenal player. So the smile on your face, I think now, obviously in the videos and stuff, says a lot, and actually the way that you played with a smile on your face. So talk to me about those conversations. Was it an easy decision?
It was a no-brainer. It's such a special club. As soon as I stepped foot in the door, I felt such warmth, and I felt I was learning a lot on the training pitch and progressing in games, and I'm excited to do even more for a special club, and even better that the fans are absolutely incredible. So I had to stay at this special club, and it feels like home to me.
So I spoke to Serena actually after you won the Champions League in a press conference, and I mentioned about the Champions League, winning that, the experience and the vibe basically that it brought to the squad. And I'm just thinking, as this tournament goes on, playing at the highest level domestically, how can that help you, yourself and the Arsenal contingent, and obviously the players like Lucy Bronze that have already won it? How does that help the rest of the squad?
I think for me, and all the girls, there's some girls coming into their first tournament, so definitely experiences in World Cups, Euros, Champions League. There's plenty within our squad, and there's also plenty of girls coming into their first major tournament, which is so exciting for them, with huge futures ahead of them and first of many tournaments. So I think it's really exciting for us all. But every tournament is so different, so different challenges. So we're all very excited to get going, especially now we're in Zurich and ready for the first game.
And your position in the squad now, I was only 27, if I'm right.
Yeah.
But now I would say a senior player in the squad. How has that changed? Have you progressed, and do you take that on board? Is it something that you really relish?
Yeah, I think it's crazy to think. We was actually speaking at lunch about this, of Beth being the
Are you in the older player category now? Are you in that age
I don't
group?
know, actually, to be honest. We was actually speaking of like the oldest players in the group, and Beth being the third oldest, and we was like, how crazy it like changes. But I think there's definitely a lot of experience within our group now, but also a lot of players, younger players coming up to their first tournament. So it's a nice mix, and hopefully we can lean on each other throughout the tournament and as the tournament progresses.
So you've been out training today. How was that? You personally, but in general, how the squad feeling, and also coping with this heat?
Yeah, the weather was really warm out there. It's an amazing place. The training pitch is very great. The facilities that we have here for high performance is amazing. We obviously had a few days in St George's Park that were really sunny, so we kind of adapted to that. But being out in the sunshine today, it was definitely warm, and hopefully we can be ready come the first game in terms of the weather conditions.
And just with that, is it anything, any different in terms of maybe a few more water breaks? Obviously, sort of the strength and conditioning and the doctors, are they just a bit more on board with that?
Yeah, and I think you have to take accountability for yourself as well, making sure you're looking after your body and making
sure
you're
not... Get the factor 50 on, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. But I think it's really important that we're fueling our bodies in the meal room and staying hydrated. It's really important, and when we can get them water breaks in, making sure we're hydrated, and a little bit of water sprays as well.
And you mentioned Zurich, obviously not too far from home. The time difference is obviously only an hour. So I just wonder, compared to Australia, I personally found it quite difficult out there at times. Obviously the time difference, trying to get in touch with family, and obviously the distance you're away from home. So, you may be feeling a little bit more comfortable being in Europe, FaceTiming home, FaceTiming the dogs maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Family, but dogs first.
Dogs first, always. I think it's really nice that we can connect with family. Of course, we've got plenty of family members coming out to support us all, which is lovely. I think it's really nice that the families all really connect, and it's great to see the environment that we have on the pitch, but also what they have between themselves is really nice. But I think it's nice to connect with family back home and stay in the loop with everything. When we was in Australia, I had a little nephew born and I couldn't really FaceTime him because of the time difference, but now we're over here, I can connect with my family a lot.
So the family and all the sort of, when they all come out, you're out chilling in bed early, and are they all out raving together?
Oh, I reckon they like to have a few drinks together for sure. But like Scott went to play golf with Tooney's boyfriend in Australia. So it's really nice that they can connect as families as well. It's lovely that they can create special memories as well as us.
And obviously we're here for the football, so look ahead to that. France, quite a couple of high-profile omissions from their squad. But, the ones that are there, what are you expecting from that game come Saturday?
Yeah, it's really exciting, of course. The first game is very exciting of all tournaments, and we know that the group is tough. We're making sure that we're working hard on the training pitch so we're ready come Saturday, and in the team meeting rooms as well, putting in work and making sure that we're ready. And I think it's great to have the game plan, and it's really exciting to come up against a tough France team.
And I would ask you about your game plan, but I know you can't tell me that. So in terms of France's threats, what do you think their main threats are? What have you identified, both personally and as a team?
I think looking into France's team, there's always going to be a lot of strength and power and a lot of speed. And technically, they're really gifted players and a lot of experience within their squad as well. So I think it's a really exciting squad that they have. And I think everyone coming into the tournament, we look at our oppositions and hoping to do our homework on them. So hopefully we're ready come Saturday.
And speaking of oppositions, you then go and play the Netherlands, and a lot of players that you know personally, both from Arsenal and City. But one I want to focus on is Van Domselaar. I'm just thinking, I know, when we used to be at Everton, you used to stay out, do shoot in penalties, and it's always up against the goalkeepers. So is that something that plays on your mind at all, or is it just that is what it is? And or do you feel you can get the better of her, or is it the fact that, she probably knows you inside out as well as her?
Yeah, of course, you spend a lot of time on the training pitch together. And since January, spend a lot of time coming up against an amazing keeper in Daf. She's incredibly gifted and, of course, so talented. And we have that as well within our squad. So we're challenging ourselves every day on our training pitch as well as when we was at club. So hoping we can be at our best in every single game. But we know the challenges that we face and the oppositions we, of course, know a lot about, but they know a lot about us as well.
And it kicks off tonight, the tournament. And I just want to get your perspective that not a lot of players get playing in a home tournament. Obviously, Switzerland will get that tonight. So just tell me how that differs from sort of just a normal major tournament, what a fantastic achievement it is. But a home tournament, what's that little bit different?
Yeah, it's so special. I'm actually so excited to see the Swiss girls on the pitch tonight. And, of course, Leah Wolsey from Arsenal. Seeing her perform in her own country at a Euros is so special. We, of course, had the thing to do that in England, and we were incredibly grateful that the crowds got behind us and came out to support us. So hopefully the Swiss crowd can do the same for the girls tonight and throughout the tournament. So I think it's really exciting for those girls playing in a home tournament. We was obviously able to do that, and hopefully many special memories they can create.
And you're probably got the most iconic celebration of a Euros, a home Euro, so you taught Leah how to do that.
It just come off the cuff, so hopefully she can show a thing or two on the celebrations.
Well, thank you for joining us, and good luck, Chloe.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it a lot.